everyone, welcome to Biology with MJ. This is MJ, your enthusiastic guide. So whether you are a NEET aspirant or simply a biology lover, this video is filled with valuable insights and knowledge. Okay, so stay tuned till the end of the video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and press the bell icon so that you never miss an update. Remember to like, comment and share this video with your friends. Okay, so let's get to the video. So today we are going to study about kingdom Protista. Okay, in the 5 kingdom classification of Whittaker, we have already covered kingdom Monera. In this video, we are going to cover the kingdom Protista. Okay, for the previous lectures, you can check out this playlist. All right. Now let's begin kingdom Protista. So kingdom Protista comprises of all single-celled or unicellular, we can also call single-celled organisms as unicellular organisms. Okay, so kingdom Protista comprises of unicellular eukaryotes. Eukaryotes हैं तो क्या features होंगे? They have a well-defined nucleus and they have organelles which are membrane-bound. Okay, they have well-defined nucleus and membrane-bound organelles. But kingdom Protista's boundary are not well-defined. Okay, they form a link between kingdom Monera, which comprised of what? Unicellular prokaryotic organisms. Monera में हमारे क्या थे? Unicellular organisms थे जो कि prokaryotic थे. फिर आया हमारा kingdom Protista, which comprised of unicellular eukaryotic organisms. Then after Protista, multicellular and complex kingdoms came, which included kingdom Plantae, kingdom Fungi and kingdom Animalia. Now all of these kingdoms comprise of multicellular eukaryotic organisms. Okay, so what does Protista form? Protista forms a link between kingdom Monera and these multicellular eukaryotic kingdoms which have complex organisms. Okay, so Protista is a link kingdom. Okay, that is why Protista के members में भी we find the characteristics of both plants के भी characteristics आपको उसमें देखने को मिलेंगे, Protista के कुछ members में, animals के भी देखने को मिलेंगे. Okay, because it forms a link kingdom. The members जो है Protista के, they are primarily aquatic, and जो mode of reproduction है, they reproduce both by asexual means and sexual means. Okay, if we talk about sexual reproduction, in sexual reproduction, there is a method in which certain gametes are formed and cell fusion occurs. Okay, so these are the general characteristics of kingdom Protista. Now, kingdom Protista comprises of Chrysophytes, Dinoflagellates, Euglenoids, slime molds and Protozoans. These are the 5 groups that are kept under kingdom Protista. Okay, we will study each of these one by one. We will start with Chrysophytes. Now, Chrysophytes are found in freshwater as well as in marine environments. Okay, marine environment means the sea water, salty water environment. Okay, marine means sea water. Okay, so Chrysophytes are found in both of these environments, freshwater also and seawater environment also. They are microscopic, okay, and they can float passively in water currents. Okay, they can float in water currents. पानी में ये ऐसे float कर सकते हैं. इनको हम planktons भी बोलते हैं. And most of them are photosynthetic. That is, they can synthesize their own food. Now, Chrysophytes are of 2 types. These includes diatoms and desmids. Okay, Chrysophytes जो हैं, इनको हमने further divide कर दिया है diatoms and desmids में. Desmids are also known as golden algae. We will study why they are known as golden algae later on. Now, first let's start with diatoms. Diatoms are mainly found in marine water. Okay, that is sea water. If we talk about their structure and specifically their cell wall, what do diatoms comprise? Their cell wall comprises of 2 thin overlapping shells which fit together as in a soap box. Okay, as you can see in this image, there are 2 shells, shell number 1 and shell number 2. Okay, they are fitting together ओके, दे आर ओवरलैपिंग एंड फिटिंग टुगेदर एज इन अ सोप बॉक्स। जैसे कि सोप बॉक्स में जो ऊपर एंड नीचे के पोर्शंस आके फिट हो रहे हैं आपस में, वैसे ही in diatoms the cell wall contains two thin overlapping shells. Okay, one layer is known as epitheca and the second layer or the second shell is known as hypotheca. Okay, if you will look at this view, the upper layer or the upper shell is known as epitheca and the lower shell is known as the hypotheca, and together these layers are known as frustule. Okay, so basically the cell wall of diatoms is known as frustule, and frustule comprises of two thin overlapping shells, namely epitheca and hypotheca. The cell wall is embedded with silica. Okay, the cell wall of diatoms comprises silica which is embedded in it, which makes the cell wall indestructible. Okay, it cannot be destroyed or degraded. Okay, it can remain as it is for years. Now, because of this, a phenomenon happens called diatomaceous earth. Why? What is diatomaceous earth? Diatomaceous earth are sedimentary rocks which are formed because of the accumulation of cell wall deposits of diatoms that are left behind over billions of years. Okay, over billions of years, the cell wall deposits of diatoms collect together, they aggregate to form sedimentary rocks. Okay, which is very easily crushed into a fine white powder. Okay, as you can see in this image and this image, this represents sedimentary rocks which are also known as diatomaceous earth. Okay, these are formed as a result of the accumulation of the cell wall deposits of diatoms which have been left behind over billions of years. So billions of years से वो collect होके ऐसे structures का formation कर लेते हैं जिसको हम diatomaceous earth बोलते हैं. Okay, and ये इनका जो एक्यूमुलेशन है ये क्यों हो रहा है? बिकॉज इनमें सिलिका प्रेजेंट है. सिलिका के प्रेजेंस की वजह से ये इनडिस्ट्रक्टिबल होती है इनकी सेल वॉल्स, तभी ये ओवर द इयर्स दे आर गेटिंग एक्यूमुलेटेड एंड रिमेन इंटैक्ट. ओके, नाउ बीइंग ग्रिटी, दिस सॉइल इज यूज्ड इन पॉलिशिंग, फिल्ट्रेशन ऑफ ऑयल्स एंड सिरप्स. यहाँ पे डायटोमेशियस अर्थ की ही बात हो रही है. ओके, इसको हम क्रश कर देंगे तो एक फाइन पाउडर बनता है. ठीक है, एंड बीइंग ग्रिटी यानी कि इसमें ग्रैन्यूल्स होते हैं सर्टेन. ओके, सैंड के पार्टिकल्स, स्टोन के पार्टिकल्स, तो ये थोड़ी दानेदार सॉइल होती है. बिकॉज ऑफ बीइंग ग्रिटी, दिस सॉइल इज यूज्ड इन पॉलिशिंग, ओके, इन फिल्ट्रेशन ऑफ ऑयल्स इन एंड सिरप्स. Okay, diatoms are the chief producers in the oceans because they are photosynthetic in nature. Okay, their mode of nutrition is photosynthetic. They can synthesize their own food. That is why they are the chief producers in the oceans. They are also very good pollution indicators. Okay. Example is Navicula. One of the examples of diatoms is Navicula. Now coming to desmids, which is the second group which is kept under Chrysophytes. Now, desmids are mainly found in fresh water. Their mode of nutrition is also photosynthesis. Now, as already told before, why are they called golden algae? They are called golden algae because of the presence of pigment known as fucoxanthin, okay, which imparts it a color, because of which they are known as golden algae. And their body exhibits very good symmetry. Okay, desmids जो हैं उनके आप बॉडी के स्ट्रक्चर को देखोगे तो आपको बहुत ही सिमेट्रिकल स्ट्रक्चर दिखेगा. जैसे कि अगर आप इसको देखो, इफ वी ड्रॉ अ लाइन वर्टिकली टू इट, दिस हाफ एंड दिस हाफ आर सिमेट्रिकल टू ईच अदर. ओके, सो इन दिस वे जो डेस्मिड्स होते हैं उनकी जो बॉडी होती है वो बहुत गुड सिमेट्री को एग्जिबिट करती है. दे आर इंडिकेटर्स ऑफ फ्रेश वाटर. ओके, ये भी फ्रेश वाटर को इंडिकेट करते हैं कि ये पानी जो है ये फ्रेश वाटर है. अगर डेस्मिड्स ग्रो कर रहे हैं, वी विल नो दैट द वाटर इज फ्रेश. डायटम्स की बात करें तो ये गुड पोल्यूशन इंडिकेटर्स थे, क्योंकि ये भी जब तभी ग्रो करेंगे जब पानी पोल्यूटेड नहीं होगा. ओके, इसका एग्जाम्पल हो गया, वन ऑफ द एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ डेस्मिड्स इज डेस्मीडियम. अब आप इस फिगर में देखो कैसे अलग अलग टाइप के डेस्मिड्स यू कैन सी. ओके, एंड all of these show symmetry. You take any of the desmid and draw a line perpendicular in the middle. सब में आपको दिखेगा कि these are showing proper symmetry. Okay, आपको 2 equal halves मिल जाएंगे अगर आप एक centrally vertical line draw करोगे तो सब में. Okay, दिस इज हॉरिजॉन्टल, बट आप ऐसे देखोगे तो वर्टिकली होगी, राइट? नाउ बिफोर मूविंग ऑन, प्लीज फॉलो मी ऑन इंस्टाग्राम, फेसबुक एंड टेलीग्राम। इन सबके लिंक्स हमारे को आपको डिस्क्रिप्शन में प्रोवाइडेड हैं, एंड डेफिनेटली प्लीज सब्सक्राइब टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल एज वेल सो दैट यू नेवर मिस एनी अपडेट. ओके, नाउ कमिंग टू dinoflagellates. Dinoflagellates are mostly marine or photosynthetic. They have photosynthetic mode of nutrition, and they are mostly marine, that is they are found in seawater. They are of various colors depending upon the main pigment present in their cells. Okay, they could be red in color, blue, green. Okay, it all depends on the color that is present in their cells. The cell wall of dinoflagellates has stiff cellulose plates on the outer surface. Okay, cell wall has stiff cellulose plates on the outer surface. It has two flagella, one longitudinal and the other transverse. So as you can see, dinoflagellates have two flagella. This is the longitudinal flagella, and the other flagella is present here, which is known as the transverse flagella. Okay, so this is the structure of dinoflagellates, and it has stiff cellulose plates. This is the epitheca, this is the hypotheca. Just as in diatoms, epitheca and hypotheca were present, in dinoflagellates also epitheca and hypotheca are present. Okay, so cell wall of dinoflagellates also has stiff cellulose plates. Okay, but in diatoms they were embedded with silica, but in dinoflagellates it comprises of cellulose, not silica. All right, so one of the examples of dinoflagellate is Goniolax, which is a red dinoflagellate. Okay, because it has a red colored pigment present in its cell. Because of the presence of red pigment, they appear red in color. Okay, that is why they are known as red dinoflagellates, and they cause red tides. You can see in this picture a number of Goniolax are growing here. Okay, वो बहुत ज्यादा multiply हो गए, and they gave this water body appear red. Okay, they made its appearance red in color. Okay, इस phenomenon को हम red tides भी बोलते हैं. एंड टॉक्सिन्स जो है, व्हेन दीज लार्ज नंबर्स ऑफ डायनोफ्लैजेलेट्स जब ये ग्रो करते हैं एक साथ, फिर ये टॉक्सिन्स भी रिलीज करते हैं कुछ दैट कैन किल अदर मरीन एनिमल्स. फॉर एग्जांपल फिशेस वगैरह की डेथ हो सकती है जब इतने लार्ज अमाउंट में these dinoflagellates grow, because they release certain toxins which can harm other marine animals. Okay, so this is also one of the images of Goniolax. Okay, microscopic view है, देख सकते हैं आप, इसमें red pigment present है. Now coming to euglenoids. Euglenoids are one of the groups present in the kingdom Protista. This is the third group of the under kingdom Protista that we are talking about. So majority of the euglenoids are freshwater organisms. Okay, they are found in stagnant water. Okay, moving water में नहीं, stagnant water जो body जो होती है उसमें पाए जाते हैं. They have a pellicle, okay, which is a protein rich layer instead of cell wall. Pellicle होता है इनमें. Okay, which also provides it flexibility. यूग्लिनोइड्स को फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी प्रोवाइड करता है पेलिकल. पेलिकल क्या होता है? हमारी प्रोटीन रिच लेयर. सो they do not have a cell wall, instead they have a pellicle. They have two flagella, one long flagella and one short flagella. Okay, this is the short one, this is the long one. They are photosynthetic in the presence of sunlight, but they adopt the heterotrophic mode of nutrition in the absence of sunlight, and they predate on other organisms, other smaller organisms को इससे कोई खा के उनसे न्यूट्रिशन ऑब्टेन करते हैं. Their pigments are identical to higher plants. ओके, एग्जाम्पल हो गया इसका यूग्लिना. नाउ यूग्लिनोइड्स को हम क्या बोलते हैं? यूग्लिनोइड्स में जो है हमारे प्लांट्स एंड एनिमल्स दोनों के कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स देखने को मिलते हैं. ओके, फॉर एग्जाम्पल यूग्लिना हो गया हमारे, उसको कंसिडर करें तो हम उसको प्लांट एनिमल बोलते हैं उसको, बिकॉज इसमें प्लांट के भी कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स हैं. बिकॉज यूग्लिनोइड्स में क्या होता है, हमारा क्लोरोप्लास्ट है, ठीक है, जिसमें क्लोरोफिल है, जिसकी वजह से ये फोटोसिंथेसिस कर रहे हैं. बट एट द सेम टाइम इनमें कॉन्ट्रैक्टाइल वैक्यूल्स भी है, प्रेजेंस ऑफ पेलिकल भी है. ओके, एब्सेंस ऑफ सेल वॉल है, जो कि सारे एनिमल सेल के कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स हैं. दैट इज व्हाई यूग्लिनोइड्स को हम प्लांट एनिमल भी बोलते हैं, बिकॉज इनमें दोनों के कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स होते हैं. ओके, मूविंग ऑन, स्लाइम मोल्ड्स पे आ जाते हैं. Slime molds are saprophytic protists. Okay, they obtain their nutrition from the dead and decaying organic matter. Their body moves along the decaying twigs and leaves, engulfing the organic material. Decaying twigs or leaves, जो dead organic matter है, उसमें से उसको engulf करके, उसको decompose करके अपना nutrition obtain करते हैं. Under suitable conditions, they form plasmodium. Okay, but under unfavorable conditions, the plasmodium differentiates and forms fruiting bodies bearing spores at their tips. तो फेवरेबल कंडीशंस में ये प्लाज्मोडियम बनाते हैं. ओके, नाउ दिस स्ट्रक्चर इज प्लाज्मोडियम. ओके, अंडर अनफेवरेबल कंडीशंस क्या होगा? ये जो प्लाज्मोडियम है ये डिफरेंशिएट कर जाएगा टू प्रोड्यूस अ फ्रूटिंग बॉडी, जिसके जो टिप है ये हो गई हमारी फ्रूटिंग बॉडी. इसके टिप में वेरियस स्पोर्स प्रेजेंट होंगे. ठीक है, दीज स्पोर्स जो हैं इनके पास होती है ट्रू वॉल्स होती हैं, विच मेक्स देम एक्सट्रीमली रेजिस्टेंट. ओके, एंड ये सर्वाइव कर सकते हैं फॉर इयर्स ऑन एंड अंडर एडवर्स कंडीशंस आल्सो. ओके, नाउ कमिंग टू प्रोटोजोन्स, व्हिच इज द लास्ट ग्रुप अंडर किंगडम प्रोटिस्टा. ऑल प्रोटोजोन्स आर heterotrophs. Okay, they are either predators or parasites. They are the primitive relatives of animals. Okay, they are related to animals. Animals के बहुत पुराने relatives बोलते हैं हम इनको. Now, protozoans are of 4 types: amoeboid, flagellated, ciliated, sporozoans. These are the 4 groups of protozoans. Let us study each of these one by one. Amoeboid protozoans जो होते हैं, they live in fresh water, sea water or moist soil. Okay, they move and they capture their prey by putting out pseudopodia, which is also known as false feet. For example, in amoeba is one of the example of amoeboid protozoans. As you can see, the amoeba is producing pseudopodia. These structures are known as pseudopodia. Okay, they capture their prey by putting out these pseudopodia, and these pseudopodia are also known as false feet. So जैसे ही कोई prey आएगा, it will produce these pseudopodia and engulf it. For example, this is the prey. तो amoeba produce these pseudopodia, these projections, finger-like projections are pseudopodia, and उसको engulf कर लेगा prey को. Now, marine forms जो होते हैं amoeboid protozoans के, they have silica shells on their surface. Okay, some of them such as entamoeba. Okay, entamoeba is also one of the examples of amoeboid protozoans. They are parasites. Okay, some are predators and some are parasites. Entamoeba, for example, is a parasite. Coming to flagellated protozoans, flagellated protozoans are either free living or parasitic. They can depend on the other organisms and live as parasites inside them, or they can either be free living, independently existing, having their own existence. Okay, they have flagella. As the name suggests, इनके पास flagella होता है. The parasitic forms cause diseases such as sleeping sickness. Okay, जो parasitic forms होती हैं flagellated protozoans के, they can cause certain diseases. For example, sleeping sickness, which is caused by trypanosoma. Okay. Coming to ciliated protozoans are aquatic. Okay, पानी वाले environments में पाए जाते हैं. Presence of thousands of cilia, because of which they are actively moving. Ciliated protozoans के जो body होते हैं उनके ऊपर thousands of cilia are present. Okay, जिसकी वजह से they are actively moving. Because cilia help in movement. A cavity or gullet, a cavity जिसको हम gullet भी बोलते हैं, it opens to the outside of the cell surface. So this area is known as a cavity or a gullet. Okay, it opens to the outside of the cell surface. It has the access to the outside environment. This is the opening in the cell. Okay, in the ciliated protozoan, this area is the opening to the outside environment. The coordinated movement of rows of cilia causes water laden with food to be steered into the gullet. What happens is, cilia के movement की वजह से the protozoan is able to take the food in its inside via the opening called the gullet. Okay, the coordinated movements of the rows of cilia is helping in this phenomenon, because the coordinated movement of the rows of cilia causes the water that is laden with the food टू बी स्टीयर्ड इनटू द गलेट. इन सीलिया के मूवमेंट की वजह से वाटर अंदर गलेट में चला जाता है. ओके, देन फूड वैक्यूल फॉर्मेशन होता है, देन साइटोप्लाज्मिक स्ट्रीमिंग, फिर फूड डाइजेस्ट होता है, न्यूट्रिएंट्स एब्जॉर्ब होते हैं, वेस्ट रिलीज हो जाते हैं. सो दिस इज द फिनोमिनन ऑफ कि कैसे फूड आ रहा है उसमें एंड डाइजेस्ट हो रहा है एंड फाइनली एक्सक्रीट हो रहा है. नाउ सीलिएटेड प्रोटोजोन में एक यूनिक कैरेक्टरिस्टिक होता है, दैट इज दे शो न्यूक्लियर डायमॉर्फिज्म. न्यूक्लियर डायमॉर्फिज्म का क्या मतलब है कि इसमें टू टाइप्स ऑफ न्यूक्लियाई होते हैं. वन मैक्रोन्यूक्लियस इज प्रेजेंट and one micronucleus is present. Macronucleus is the larger sized nucleus and the micronucleus is the smaller sized nucleus. Okay, so this is one of the unique characteristics of ciliated protozoans which is not seen in any other type of protozoan. Famous example of ciliated protozoan is paramecium. So this image is of paramecium. This image is also of a paramecium. All right. Now coming to sporozoans, which are the fourth type of protozoans. Now sporozoans includes diverse organisms that have an infectious spore-like stage in their life cycle. Okay, sporozoans includes various kinds of organisms, but all of those organisms will have an infectious spore-like stage producing spores in their life cycle. A famous example of this is Plasmodium, which is a malarial parasite that is responsible for causing malaria. So malarial parasite Plasmodium is a sporozoan. Okay. Now coming to NEET PYQs. Ciliates differ from all other protozoans in using pseudopodia for capturing prey, having a contractile vacuole for removing excess water, using flagella for locomotion, या having two types of nuclei. So what is the unique characteristic in ciliates which differs from all other protozoans? That is, हमने अभी पढ़ा just that they have two types of nuclei. That is, they show nuclear dimorphism. So the correct answer is option number 4. In ciliated protozoans, two kinds of nuclei are present. That is, they show nuclear dimorphism. One large macronucleus is present and one small micronucleus is present. And this is the unique characteristic of ciliated protozoans which is not seen in any other type of protozoans. Okay, so that is how ciliates differ from all other protozoans in having two types of nuclei. All right. Now, which of the following organisms are known as chief producers in oceans? We just studied which of the following organisms are known as chief producers. Diatoms are known as the chief producers in oceans. Diatoms are also known as planktons. Okay, Chrysophytes को belong करते हैं ये. Okay, and they can do photosynthesis, because of which they are the chief producers in oceans. So the correct answer is option number B, diatoms. Chrysophytes, Euglenoids, Dinoflagellates and slime molds are included in the kingdom. All of these groups are included in kingdom number 3 here. That is option number C, Protista. Okay. So as per the 5 kingdom classification, हमारे क्या क्या kingdoms थे? Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, Animalia. So ये सारे जो groups हैं ये हमने इसी वीडियो में पढ़ा कि kingdom Protista को belong करते हैं. So correct answer is option number C. Now in this question we have to select the wrong statement. The walls of diatoms are easily destructible. Statement number 1 is saying, is it true? No, this statement is incorrect because the walls of diatoms comprises of silica in them and silica makes the walls indestructible. उसको कोई degrade या destruct नहीं कर सकता. So statement number 1 ही हमारी incorrect हो जाती है and हमें question में बोला था कि wrong statement ही select करनी है. तो उस हिसाब से हमारा correct answer बन जाता है option number 1. बाकी options भी देख लेते हैं. Diatomaceous earth is formed by the cell walls of diatoms. That is true. ये statement correct है. Diatoms are chief producers in the oceans. Just हमने अभी question भी solve करा इससे related. Diatoms are microscopic and float passively in water. That is also true. We have just studied about all of these points in diatoms and all of these are true. Only this statement was incorrect, hence giving us the correct answer. Now, last question is, in which group of organisms the cell walls form two thin overlapping shells which fit together? Okay, so the correct answer is Chrysophytes. In Chrysophytes we studied under diatoms. Chrysophytes में भी diatoms and desmids थे हमारे, right? तो डायटम्स में हमने पढ़ा था कि the cell walls form two thin overlapping shells which fit together as in a soap box. So इसका correct answer क्या हो गया हमारा? ऑप्शन नंबर बी Chrysophytes. ऑप्शन नंबर ए सी एंड डी हो गए हमारे incorrect. Okay, so that was all for today's video, students. Hope you like this video. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any feedback and suggestions, or if you found something useful, do let me know in the comments below, and like this video, definitely share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video. Bye bye.